What up, man? Compton West 1, coming at you one time and one time only, man. But before I get into what I'm about to talk about, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, like, share, put your thoughts in the comments, and hit that notification bell, man, so anytime I decide to share my point of view with you guys, you know what I'm saying, everybody that's down with the family function can tap in, feel me? Let's talk Compton right now, you know? I'm a day one baby. I grew up, born and raised in the hub city, man. For those who know me, you know what area I came up in, West Side, you know. I was that fly on the wall, and I was around to see a lot of things, man. People like Mixmaster Spade, they used to come to my granny house and shit and sell tapes, mixtapes to my uncle. My uncle was a man that went by the name of Hubba Bubba in Compton. For those who are locals, a lot of people know who that was. God bless his soul. Another one of my uncles, Junior Session. These are the pedigree of people that I came up under. Now, I've been watching a lot of things. I've been paying attention to all of the content on YouTube surrounding Hub City. Well, take it from a guy who been there, you know, who ran those streets. Compton original. You know, I was not a killer. I wasn't, you know, one of these bad motherfuckers, you know, but I was known for knuckling up, you know. Had my ass kicked a couple times. I ran into a few brick walls, wound up doing 15 years of my life in prison. Drunk as a motherfucker, knocking motherfuckers out, man. Just robberies and shit like that. Just doing dumb stuff, man. You know. I met a lot of people, man, a lot of notables. And I'm going to take y'all on my journey, man, and share with you guys my experiences in the street. A lot of it's going to be probably unbelievable, but yeah. But so hopefully, you know, the messages I deliver and the things that, you know, the point of view that I bring to the table, I'm hoping I'll be able to change some lives, man, and steer some of, you know, the youngins, man, in a different path, in a different direction. Because here as it stands today, gangbanging is played out, bro. All of this money out there that we are missing, that we could have, man, you know, it's all being distorted and messed up due to the hood politics. You know what I mean? It's old. Some of these hood beefs, man, go way back to the 80s. You know what I mean? Not just my neighborhood, with, you know, other neighborhoods, you know, but even to develop new beefs today with the understanding and the communication capabilities that we have, you know, I feel like all beefs between neighborhoods shouldn't last no more than 48 hours. 48 hours, man. Each one of our neighborhoods are connected in Compton, man. We got relatives, cousins, and everything from every hood. Bloods got baby mamas in Crip hoods. Crips got baby mamas in Blood hoods, Pyrus, and Crip Pyrus. And, you know, it goes so forth and so on. Even the Mexican gangs, you know, some of them got children and is married to Crips or Bloods, and vice versa. You know what I mean? In so many ways, we are so connected in Compton, man. You know, I feel like we can get back that magic, man, because back when I was a kid coming up, man, bro, I seen so much, man, so much money. Ooh, golly, man. All of those cats that was balling back then, a lot of those cats, if they would have stayed on the path, we have a whole bunch of millionaires in Compton, man. However you got your money, that's your business. You know what I mean? I'm not here to talk about, you know, what people did and who did what and all of that. I'm not here to do investigative journalism. That's not my stitch. But man, we everybody hustled together, man, especially in Acacia, man, around in Florence, Spooktown, Swamps, bro, all that area right there, man, down Avalon. I mean, shit, man. Y'all excuse me, man. You know, y'all know what it is. For those in the know, you know. For those who don't, you know what I'm saying. You know what's up, man. But all of that area up and down the A line, bro. It used to be parties, man. That was when the Churchy's Chicken was right there on Willowbrook and Alondra. That was when Bonnie really worked was at the liquor store. I knew that woman, you know, her whole family, damn near, you know, and everybody that worked at that liquor store. You know what I mean? There was a time we could go to those liquor stores over there when Jerry's across the street from the liquor store on the west side of Willowbrook, man. Man, we used to be able to go in those stores and get credit and shit. And that's one thing I remember about growing up in Compton. The family spirit was so strong, bro. It was so strong, even amongst the Mexicans. Some of the main representatives earlier in the early days of CV's 70s. Them cats, man, when my mama cooked, they'd be right there at our kitchen window, man. Because we live right around the corner from there, man. You know what I mean? They used to be right at my mom's kitchen window. And for those in that area that knew Ollie Pearl, they know that woman, when she get on that stove, man, it's a sight to behold. You know, that woman can cook her butt off. But a lot of those cats, man, some of the early leaders of the CV70s, bro, they used to, like, I witnessed us getting so much money together, man. So much motherfucking money. It was like, man, if that and even Nutty, but man, they used to get so much money, man. And that's the thing, and that's what Compton has lost. Somewhere down the line now, I know the origins of a lot of beefs. And a lot of that shit is uncalled for. It shouldn't have never happened. A whole bunch of misunderstandings, a bunch of lives lost over misunderstandings, man. And what that meant to me is that our elders failed us in that aspect because they should have had enough about themselves, man, to sit down at the table, man, and look at the bigger picture and squash a lot of those misunderstandings, whether it required somebody, you know, getting a head up in the backyard or fade or something like that, man. You know, a lot of those lives lost back then, man, was so unnecessary, man. You know, and the love, bro, the love that was generated throughout Compton, man. I don't know if I'll ever see a community spirit that strong again, man. But it's up to these youngsters, though. It's up to the youngsters, man. It's up to all of these youngins, man. You know, we can't keep perpetuating the violence and, you know, walking in the footsteps of trying to prove who we are to those who've done it. Because if you notice, man, and I'm speaking to the youngsters right now, I'm speaking to the youngins. If y'all notice, man, a lot of those old heads, man, that was smart, that did the right thing with their money and their dividends, man, they don't live in the hood no more. The objective of hustling and getting money back then, man, was to get your people out of the ghetto, to get your people out of the hood. And believe it or not, for the most part, Despite the violence and the things that I've seen in my neighborhood as a youth, we had so much fun. So much fun growing up. We got in good trouble, bro. You know, we got in good trouble. We was, you know, little bitty gang bangers and stuff like that, but you know, for the most part, man, we squabbled up, you know, and I'm hoping, man, that's my wish, man, before I leave this earth, I could see Compton get back that spirit, man, where all that mattered is that you were a Compton Crip. And even to my Damus, and man, come on, bro. This shit is old and outdated. And all of the knowledge that we have, man, as far as the tricks that has been played on our spirit and our mental and our communities. At this time, we should know better. We should know better, bro. We gotta rise up above that, you know, what I deem to be a sunken state, man, of our mentality, to where we look at our own people, man, and get jitters, man. I shouldn't have to look at my people, man, walking through Compton and anywhere in Compton, man, and have a fight or flight. No one should. I mean, not saying I do that today, because, man, you know, I'm no threat to nobody, man. You know what I'm saying? I try to spread love and positivity everywhere I go, man. I'm an enemy to no one. You know what I mean? Because I know better. When you know better, you do better, man. And the bigger picture is this here. All of you cats that's kicking up that dust, at the same time you kicking up that dust, what I notice about a lot of the dust kickers, and this is in every neighborhood, a lot of y'all doing bad. A lot of y'all wish for those opportunities to where you can get out of the neighborhood to do something for your family, because at the end of the day, I understand that all of y'all just want to be somebody. But I'm here to tell you that the route that you are taking, you standing out in the wrong type of way. Because on the flip side of the coin, on the side of the coin that you playing on right now, guess what? It's only two things for you: death or the penitentiary. And you've heard this before, but I'm a living testament to that, man. I've seen it so many times before, and that's one scenario that keeps me up at night, bro. On average, I probably get 2.5, maybe 3 hours of sleep a day. I'm up every morning, man. While most of y'all sleep, I'm outside in my zone, thinking, planning, plotting, and strategizing. You know what I mean? So, with that being said, man, there is a way, man, that we can get that spirit back, man. But at the end of the day, it's up to the youth, man, to really pull this shit together, man. You know what I'm saying? We can't just be cool with the essay. Shout out to my vatos and shit in Compton. But we gotta be cool with everybody, man. Because that's what it was all about in the first place. You know what I mean? If not for us, we gotta do it for these babies, man. We gotta do it for these babies, man. We gotta at least try to put forth effort. If not, why in the hell are y'all having children, man? Why would you bring life into this world, you know, knowing, Max, chill, knowing the blueprint that you laid down for them, man, it's only gonna lead them to either die or reenact slavery by going to prison. Is that what you want for your kids? Shame on you, bro. We all from the sword. We all know what's waiting for us. On the other flip side of the coin, drop all of these beefs and network. Get online, podcast, and talk about, man, do you know if a lot of these so-called enemy sects come together, man, and squash the beefs, like really squash the beefs, man, and get back to love and the barbecues and the partying and the networking, man. The stories that you guys can tell online, bro. All of y'all sitting on a gold mine, and y'all don't even realize it, man, because you're too stubborn, man, to let go. Everybody has lost somebody from both sides, all sides. Everybody has lost somebody. What you gonna do? Honor your old dead homies by joining them? That's insanity, bro. The shit ain't gonna change unless we change, unless you guys change, man. I don't look at my black brother, my black sister, and see no enemies. We gotta get it on point. You know what I'm saying? This is something that I've always wished for, you know. And hopefully, man, this video could, you know, persuade some of you guys, man, to rethink your efforts and get it together, bro, because we all we got. One West, one love, one Compton. Sorry about that. Hey. Calm down, boy. We all we got, man. So with that being said, man, like and subscribe, man. Join the family and get down with what I got going on, man. We finna push this positivity, man. You know, gang banging and shooters and sliders, that's played out. We gotta do better, bro.